Hello everybody and welcome back to some more VintageCraft. We can finally say that the castle is finished. Not really. It's at a point where I'm sort of comfortable with leaving it is probably the best way of saying it. Well, almost comfortable. We've got a few things left to finish off. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since the what's that on the floor? Been a long time since the last video. And that's just because life gets in the way, you know. Being a dad is very time consuming. There we go. So yes, we have been doing a lot of stuff in our free time with like the replay mod. So we've got a big segment of stuff. Basically, I've got about 2 hours worth of stuff recordings on my computer that, you know, because of replay mode, it's going to be a time lapse. It's going to shorten down to just a few minutes. But we'll go through that in a minute. I just wanted to basically say we're going to go through each room today of the castle and all the underbits and the farms and that sort of thing, and just polish it off a little bit. Just polish it off so it's done. Starting with in here. So with the sorting system, it's Tango's one, and I'm very happy with it. It's been very much a case of, you know, dump stuff and leave and let it do its thing. I mean, sometimes it gets caught up in dispensers when you sort of unload chunks of stuff. You know, sometimes I throw stuff in there and like fly away and then wonder why it's not sorted properly. But that's down to me. I need to learn to sort of stick around a little bit, just to let it do its thing, AFK or something. So it'd probably be a good idea to have sort of farms nearer to a sorting system. So that's one thing. Another thing was I'm sort of running out of space. I've got this block again. Goodbye, block. Like a few things here. Right, for instance, we've been sorting out, making sure we've got all the colours, the concrete and the powder, the wall. The sheep is in the last 2 colours as we speak, up on the top of the castle. Again, that should be sort of near here rather than up there. But hey, you know, with the castle, we try to fit things in where we could. We've done all the terracotta. That's not much terracotta at all. We haven't needed much of this whole line, to be honest, which is why it's sort of just empty and we've just got like a couple of placeholders and stuff. I'm wondering whether to split the bricks and the clay. If I was to do this again, because of the amount of clay you now get in what they call the lush caves. Not sure. End stuff, maybe separate the end and purple. Glass was fine. That was probably fine. Red sand, again, don't really use it that much. This looks a bit cluttered. Maybe separate sort of sandstone from smooth stone. And that one was fine. Again, it's all good. Drops were fine. Drops were fine. Drops were fine. That was all fine. This probably needs to be separated somewhat, so the soul stuff is different from everywhere else. Basalt was fine. I liked this. Again, didn't use much of it. That was fine. That was fine. That is empty. That is pretty much empty. Blackstone, again, a little bit cluttered, but not too bad. Snow's fine. Ice is fine. Let's go with these ones here. We didn't... There's a couple bits here, like the dripstone, but we didn't use it that much, so... Is it worth making its own chest? Probably not. Stone. I think stone is one of the few things, like, there would probably be cobble and dirt, and maybe all these blocks on the side. It needs its own sort of bulk chest, because these are all... Okay, apart from them ones. All full up of stone. Maybe grass as well, actually. Dirt, definitely. Yes. This one clustered. Very clustered. Again, a few chocolate boxes. So, you know, if I was to do this again, would I extend it along by another hello block? Another set of 10? 12? 12 blocks. And, you know, another block of this, like this way, and double that out. Because there's a few things we need to, and there's a few things I probably didn't get, actually, in this version. Tree stuff was all fine. Flowers, probably separate and double that up a little bit. That was, like... fine as well. Bee stuff, that's pretty much fine. More tree stuff. Food could have probably been separated out a little bit, like the meats. Maybe like have chicken with feathers and have... No, that won't work then, because did you have leather with steak and then... No, that won't work. Ignore that. Probably an extra fishy one. A fruity one definitely needs expanded. They're all fine. And hello, block. Goodbye, block. I didn't even throw it that time. Let's get rid of that. This is all filled in. Maybe copper needs its own little extra bit. But all in all, it's served us well. So this room, let's pick up this block again as we walk past it. Stay away. This room has been fine for me. It's finished to a point which I like it. got a farm here, which we're not going to tidy up. We've got this farm here. I need to do some snowy stuff outside, which is why we can get some of that. This is my concrete conversion, which bit of a pain because I filled it in, and now it appears upstairs sometimes. About I don't know, 20% of the blocks go up, you know, through these blocks and into the sky for some reason. I don't know why. And we've got these bulky ones here because I didn't really want to get rid of it yet. But we probably need to have to. No, it'll stay there. It'll stay there. Anyway, yeah, we're just going to have a quick look at the work I have done. And then we're going to start going through every room and finishing them off. It's going to be a long one. And what better place to start than the roofs that we sort of half done last time. Well, we did a few with the copper and the dark prismarine, but it was time to crack on and get it all converted. Like, I don't know why I didn't do this from the start. Well, I didn't know. Copper wasn't available at the time, and I was still trying to design on the colour palette. But now we've got a copper farm and plenty of copper. It's easy to go through. One of the things about copper is it oxidizes when you've got them 4 blocks apart, I think it is. So that's what they are here. Put the 4 blocks down, which I'll then use the stone cutter to make stairs and slabs with as and when we need them. But we went through a fair amount of copper and converted a lot of roofs, and the big one at the top, the main roof with the copper farm underneath it, was in full flow. We didn't manage to capture them all in one go. I want to give a quick shout out to Replay Mod actually, because it has made not only time-lapsing a lot of fun and a lot of content that I've been doing recently using that. It has made things a lot of, you know, much easier to do in my sort of downtime, and I can do a voiceover as I'm doing now. So thanks for Replay Mod. It'd be great if you could implement Optifine better with yourself, but we made a way through it. But as you can see from this castle shot here, we've done all the copper, or at least most of it, at this stage in time. And after that, I decided that I need to change the walls. Again, the walls I could have done probably at the time. Was calcite out then? I don't think calcite was out. I think I was waiting. We were stuck at 117 for a while, and I was waiting for 116. We were waiting for 117 to come out with all the warden and stuff, which obviously didn't come out until 118. But we were waiting for a long time on the server for calcite to come out. Well, I was, as we can use it. It looks quite nice with the diorite here. I think it works very, very well. Finding it is a bit of a pain. Fortunately, when you do find a geode, there is a fair amount there. So when you do, you know, stumble across one, then you get a couple of stacks worth at least. I think I've taken a shulker box through with me every time. Was very beneficial. Just doing like strip mining caves and stuff, just to fill that up. As you can see, we've also got all the white concrete we've done beforehand. The white concrete was done a while ago, and I was going to do like 1 block at a time again, but this time I'll just do the concrete powder with the calcite and save myself going around the job twice, because it did take a very long time to do it. First time round, we went with all diorite. Second time round, replacing some diorite with some concrete, and then I didn't want to do it 2 more times with 1 calcite and 1 white concrete powder. But yes, as you can see here, we're working on the Knights building, and of course every time I swoop around it with the replay mod, I've moved down to the other side, as you can see through the window there. We broke up into sections, so I was doing each of the buildings, so the Knights building, Ladies building, the main bit at the front, what's it called, the gatehouse, and then like the towers, did them separately, and then when I got to the main building, we did that a wall at a time, I think I did, or gaps between towers at a time. We'll shoot up in a minute. There we are, straight to the top of the front wall, and that was fun to do because it meant I could just get all the front bit done. So when looking at it from sort of the front side, the gatehouse side, you could see like all the progress I've done in one go, and it was really nice to see all that, not knowing that around the sides I still had loads to do. But I chipped away at it, and we did it bit by bit. And like I say, I had to go out a few times and look for a geode, and there are plenty around, but finding them isn't very easy. Occasionally you'll see them like a cave, or I think you can see them like from the sea occasionally, but it's mainly from like strip mining, going, oh, there's some basalt or calcite or amethyst there, so it was much easier to do it that way. Anyhow, after that I went back to the roofs because we'd only had half a job done. I should have really done this the same time as I'd done the copper, but I wanted to make sure I was like doing enough copper at a time. So with the copper, I was doing sort of a building, well, a roof of a building, and then going back, getting the copper that had oxidized ready, converting it, and sort of like doing back and forth until I run out of what I needed. With the Prismarine, we had a fair amount stored anyway, because we've been to the Guardian farm and the Wither farm for the black ink, and yeah, so we had the black dye, so we could make it. It's quite expensive, black Prismarine, dark Prismarine, sorry. It's very expensive, so you kind of need like farms to get this done. Fortunately, people of the server had already done that for me, so I didn't have to. And again, I want to give a shout out to VintageCraft server for this, because without it, a lot of the farms that were created by other members would have made my job a whole lot harder. Like, yeah, the amount of times I went to the Enderman farm just for XP was great, and we got our own little ones here. But I do occasionally go to the end just to get that sort of sorted out. Again, like a Wither Rose farm was good. This Ocean farm, fantastic. It means I can just literally stand around and watch it as the Guardians fall to their death and collect all the good stuff. So yeah, shout out to all them. Again, it wouldn't have been possible without them. Definitely wouldn't have been possible without them. So yeah, just wanted to give a shout out to them for that. After I was doing all the roofs, we went and did some floors. So in the towers, we had like cobblestone stairs everywhere, and it didn't really look that great. So with this new block, which I forgot, it's at the tip of my tongue, it's the deep slate. It's the deep slate. I thought, let's go around all our little cavey bits and put in like not floors. It was kind of like the walkway part of it, just so you know it's not stone everywhere, as it is often in our cave beneath the castle. But we'll go back to that shortly. I did run out of deep slate, but it's very easy to get, fortunately, because of our creeper farm, as I mentioned earlier. We get plenty of TNT, so simple case of doing a bit of strip mining and blowing it up. We got so much gunpowder, it's ridiculous. And speaking of gunpowder, treason and plots, etc., etc. It is Halloween, hence the hat. It goes quite well with the mask. We just finished doing the outros for VintageCraft and Scuffed UHCs. If you don't watch them, go watch them, because they're fun, right? Right. Let's put all this stuff back on, even though let's leave that hat off, and let's silly without that hat, even though we won't see it. Yeah, we've done a bit of rearranging, got a few things moved, and that's what rearranging means. I got rid of the what's it called? The composter thing, because things got moved around. I also put these lights in, so if we were to take out, this has been moved as well. Let's put that in there, and if there's basically a light on or a light flashing, then it will signify that things are working. Because I had these lights downstairs, and obviously I'm not downstairs when I dump things off. So before I run off and like unload the chunks, just have a look around and go, oh yeah, look, there's still stuff trying to go through the system. And now it's now in that column there, so it will do that. It shouldn't ever go to that column, because it should all go back into there. Should be in the keyword. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, but I moved the composter as well, because it was up in the corner there. But I need to be able to put these lights in. It's now around the side, so we can do a bunch of stuff from there. Get some of that. So we've got a couple of small little farms shoved in here. This has been reduced slightly. I took his head off because it looked better about that. We just need one lots of... What's that in there? That's his head. We'll keep that for a minute. We'll keep that. Right, we need to start going through the castle and changing some things. I'm going to grab a bunch of ice. Let's take some blue. Maybe not that much blue. Let's fill that up. Some packed and some standard. So basically, when we updated to 118, was that 118 or 117? I think it was 118. They changed the height at which water freezes, which was very frustrating, because it means that our system downstairs does not work anymore. So we went off and we found some with ice, and went and got a bit more. We had some in the supplies, but as you can see here, it's all a little bit barren. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the observer at the top, put one of these random bits in, that one, and just sort of spread it out so it's all sort of done randomly. And we're going to put some in the walls as well, so it looks like a proper ice cabin. I don't think these lights will melt them. Shouldn't do anyway. I'm going to put some ice in the wall. I'm going to put some diamond ore in the wall. And as you can see, I've done the pathway already. I might need to cover that. I was thinking, that's just what I needed. I needed the snow. I was going to put a snowman in here. Again, we want to make it kind of like a nice ice cavern, as that was what it was designed for originally. And it should have prompted me to get some when I found that head downstairs. But anyway, nope, that one, cool. So back downstairs, I already closed off some. Well, I put some doors in. This bit here, I'm not too sure about to do the walls. It's very plain behind there. We kind of want to put something there. Do we want to put the diorite behind there, just so it's like the rest of the castle? I think you can see a bit through there. Look, so it's probably best if we do all of it on both sides. Maybe that wall there. There is a couple of water columns to watch out for. Like there, that's from the zombie system or the drown system, all the way downstairs. But yeah, through here we've got a door there. We've got some trapdoors there down to the miney bit, just so the snowman doesn't like go too far away. Right, there's one around this side, so I can go downstairs, and up here we've got one there that goes to the B bit, and at the top there for the other. We can hear all the things around here. Let's just put him down first and let him wander around whilst I fill in all the bits. So let's put that. Nope, it's confused me. That's not what I wanted. That's the problem with shifting. And we will take his head off eventually. Will you put stuff down on the ice? Probably not. I have a feeling that I'm going to go upstairs and put in the ice through the system, and it's going to squash him. It's going to squash him. How is it going to work? It's going to go that one and that. It's going to go in columns. Maybe I should put a little bit in here first. That. Why can't I place that? Little bits. Got a bit of blue. And where's he going? He's looking for something. I don't know what he's looking for. I hope he finds it. Right, let's do that for time being. So I'm going to go upstairs. Where's that observer? It's up this way, isn't it? So I'm going to fill this in. We're going to put in some icicles. Hopefully, got a bit of glass smelted up. And we'll go from there. Alrighty then. We've been busy putting loads of ice and snow and diamonds and icicles and stuff in. This is just the main room here. I ended up disconnecting the top pistons from firing because they kept moving things down too much, and it looked better without that gap there. So yes, so once you enter these doors, it's very cold in here, and that's how you want to look. There's a bit of snow everywhere, as our buddy has been doing. But yeah, basically lots of glass for icicles, all the types of ice. We had to make sure that the orange lanterns weren't anywhere near the normal ice. Otherwise it would melt it. I took his head off because he was annoying me. I think that some men look much better without the pumpkin head on. But yeah, this is it. It's hopefully it feels very cold in here, especially with the deep slate down as the walkway. But yeah, we've got loads of mix of ice and icicles, lights and stone and stuff. I ended up taking off one of the ladders at the bottom because apparently snowmen can climb ladders. Did you know that? I did not know that. But yeah, basically we've done this top half only. Downstairs will be much the same as all through that door that goes down to downstairs. But for time being, this is it. We're letting them walk around. Obviously, we've got some light source up here that will not melt the snow. I thought sea lanterns melted snow. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's an Optifine trick where it's like a couple of them next to each other and it's covering it up. Not sure. I'm not too sure if I like it all snowy through here, but it does help a little bit. Maybe I should put some ice in these walls where this blackstone is. Don't know. But yeah, that is one room of many completed. I've changed out some of the walls for the diorite and accidentally knocked out a redstone torch, and it took me ages to find out exactly where it went. It was that one there. I had to look at all the patterns and make sure I got the right place. The thing is, without it there, it was working, so that's what threw me off. Anyway, we need to get a bit more ice before we go downstairs, so I'll have to farm that off camera and come back to it. The next bit we want to do is the B area. Now, you probably noticed from this bit here, hello mate, we've got a bit of a shared wall here. So I was going to try and bring that along a little bit. What's all this? This is all the stuff from here. Now, the stuff from the farm goes underneath. I think it's underneath here somewhere. You can hear the water trail somewhere. Somewhere. Where are you? Oh yeah, we've got some. What's it called? There it is. There's the hole. We had some stone brick, which is what I usually use for like let me myself know there's redstone here. Be careful. Why have we put it on that side though? Why do we not just have? Would it fit? Where's the way up? It's up here somewhere, isn't it? There's some chests. There's the water. Yeah, so up down along there, up a water vapor, and then into these. Oh no, we're making a mess now. Surprised I didn't break any redstone. It would fit over there, right? I think it would. Anyway, what I was going to do to start with is move this door so it's over this side. Have we got any? Do we have some? Just a little bit here and there to change it up. What was under there? One there as well. Why not? And then our friend Frosty can go along and do stuff. And here he comes. He's going to get in the door. Don't go get in. Don't let him in. There we go. Where are those things? Yeah, because we got the shared wall. I want to put ice there, but obviously it's going to show inside the B area, and we don't want that. So we're going to have to put a double wall in. Hello, mate. Look, got an extra 3 meters squared. No, not interested. Fair enough. Yeah, so we can put in some more of that there in that gap. Then it's going to shine through on the other side. So let's do some packed ice. Let's do some snow and maybe a little bit of blue. There's none of that here, is there? That's that one, and this is how I place stuff. We'll have to do the ceiling as well, won't we? And over this side, and round there, and we're going to do that later. Just a little bit of polishing off. But in here, we then have this to deal with, so we should try and cover it up. I was thinking of this. So it's like, you know, change of room, change of style, etc., etc. So you walk in here. This is kind of B-ish colour. I mean, we've got these here. I'm not too sure if... How do we break that? It's broken now. Does that go? Maybe not like there, but yeah. Anyway, so why was the system not this side? Oh, I know why. Is it here? This is how we got our bees. Oh, our bees still in here. Bees? They can't escape. Or did they suffocate? That's the squelching of the honey, isn't it? Is it too dark for them? Don't know. Not too sure. I think that I've just left it there as like an access point, which I don't know why. Well, I guess I know why, because I need to replace the bees now. So maybe we're going to break up these walls as well. These walls are here just sort of like shine. Shine? That's not the word I was going to use at all. To cover up, like separate the storage bit from the farm bit. There. And again, we'll have to do it on this side as well. So this is obviously done from one of the towers. In here is the gunpowder stuff, which is probably building up again. Oh, that's not doing too bad. We got a fair amount of shulkers. Well, I say a fair amount, a few. We've got lots of gunpowder. Lots of gunpowder. Yeah, so I'm going to change out some of the rooms. So it's got yellow. I'll see if I can move this sorting system so it's on that side, which would make sense for me. But then we've got this blank wall here. Let me have a look and I'll be right back. Whoa. Not too long after praise and replay. it failed on us. I was cutting out all of the bit of the bee area and decided to do a replay of it so I could like do a voiceover later on. When I was all done, I quit Minecraft because that's how you save the replays, and went to like make a cup of tea or something, come back, and the game had crashed, so I lost it. To be honest, it said it ran out of memory, and that's probably more my computer than anything else. It's almost 10 years old now, my Mac, so more than likely, I think I was uploading at the same time as well, so yeah, it's on me that. So let's go take a look instead. So I got some bone meal for a bit of some grass in there now, which you'll see in a minute, and I'm going to take a hive with us as well. And hey, Frosty's done that bit at last. Nice one. Yeah, it's a little bit changed. We've got the stairs around the corner here, and the doors moved back a little bit. There's actually a water stream there, which I'll show in a moment. But here we go. Ta-da! It's slightly different. Slightly different. I decided that basically all the bees were dead. It's probably because they had like a 1 block gap between the hives that were there and the glass. They probably just came out a few times, got suffocated. So I moved it all back, and yeah, I'm quite liking it now. I've got loads of jungle leaves, and it's a bit yellow. It's a bit more bee-like, I guess. I don't know if bees can activate pressure plates. I'm sure they fly low enough they will and let Frosty in. But yeah, and we've got, it's all very smooth. As you can see, you can't tell there's ice behind there. And yeah, I've got loads of bits of grass around. I was going to have a hive somewhere. Maybe there? Yeah, we'll do that. And a little bit of bone meal in places. Should get my shears out, and that's a bit too much, isn't it? A bit too much. But yeah, so round the corner here. So through here we've got the old gunpowder bits. You can hear the creepers falling down, and we've basically decorated it the same as the rest of the castle. That literally goes up to the kitchen, so just have to finish this bit off from here. Got a little door here rather than just some blocks. This you've seen before. This is where the creepers come down, it all gets backlogged in there, and blah 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 blah. Cool. So now we've got this door in here that goes to behind the bees, and we've got the hives essentially behind there. Have I just fallen down the wrong place? I'm sure I have. Can I get through there? Maybe? No, let's not. Let's pull aside. There we go. Cool. So yeah, the standard sort of like bee extraction method thing here. This side, we got the levers on because we got too much honeycomb. That goes like, as you can see, the hoppers under this side. That's the water feeder there. It goes all the way up and above the door that we went through earlier, and goes through to that side of there. This one is a little bit longer. It goes all the way underneath this little contraption here, and it's down there somewhere. Yeah, goes all the way to the other side. It was quite tight to fit in, but managed to do so. And now we've got that side's working. As you can see, this is like filled up and won't go anywhere. Behind there is like it's like the water stream goes into some chests. So it's some barrels, and that's okay. It's not full up. We can probably put that back on a little bit. And the other side is for the honey itself. I decided that it's much better to have like an open view of the ocean rather than like a view for the bees to look at nothing. Hopefully that'll get occupied by something. Where is Jump? Cutting this off. That's too much. Far too much grass. I just thought I'd leave a little bit in here, but it doesn't really suit in all the places. But there we are. That is the bee area. So on to the next section. Very good. So we put one of these. What are these called? Spore blossom up on the top here. Just get more of sort of like particles around the area. Make it look more bee-like. Does it work? Maybe. It seems to be going out the window though, which is a bit weird. But there we go. Excellent. So you may have noticed I've got a variety of stone bricks in my hotbar, and that's because so we've done the sort of like ice caverns in and around. Done all this bit down here. Comes down this sort of spiral stairway, and goes out to, well, just stops about here. So the idea is like these caves under here are like sort of natural. Does it look natural? I need to put some some icicles on this. But yeah, it's meant to be sort of like more of a natural cave. This needs a bit of work. I'm probably going to have to like cut back some of the corners, or make some indents here and there, because it's very much over across one block, up one block, over across one block, up a block. And yeah, and this bit here is also meant to be like sort of like naturalesque as well. This goes into one of the towers. Is it the Knight's Tower? Might be, I'm not sure. But we need to make it sort of go, how far up does it go? We need to bring down the diorite and like calcite and stuff and blend it in halfway down here, and then when it goes down further to the zombie bit, I think the zombie bit's down there, then we can like blend it into stone stuff. But yeah, that goes all the way up until these aren't real words I'm using today. This goes up until this, have you said until this again? This goes up to, not until, this little balcony. So again, it's meant to be sort of like natural cave. Again, it needs a bit of work. It is very much like go across, go down, go across, go down. But these ones here are very, very straight looking. And these are meant to be sort of man-made tunnels. Well, I mean, it's all man-made because I've done it all. So we're going to place all these bits with stone bricks and crap bricks and mossy bricks. And I think we can make, if we do the top bit as slabs, I think you can make mossy slabs. Is that right? I think that's right. I think, however, one side, is it round about here? No. There's I think there's bits further along where essentially it is outside. There we are there. So we might need to do a bit of terraforming outside just to make it look like it's if we start putting stone bricks there, it might look a bit weird, especially if it's a bit gappy. What do you reckon? Maybe not. Maybe just like, yeah, bring out this a bit more, this cliff. Not sure yet. But yeah, we're going to do that on this bit here, which goes to the main tower, and also goes back down this way to that bit we were at earlier. So these will all be full of stone and mossy bits and bits. So it's like man-made tunnel, as I said. Out here, I've sort of done this already, and I didn't realise I'd done it off camera. This walkway, we've built out this a little bit better as well to hide some of the ice and snow and diamonds and stuff. Below here, there is a bit on display. But this walkway is one thing we're going to do afterwards as well. I might do it on replay just so we can do it sort of afterwards. It's going to wrap round the mountain. As you can see, it sort of stops here. And there'd be no reason to have a walkway that just stops. There's a cat somewhere. Maybe a little bit goes up to the B bit. Not sure. Maybe a bit goes up to... It's a castle entrance. Where are my rockets? Can I fly? There we go. Ooh, too fast. I allocated a bit more RAM to my Minecraft game because it's starting to get a little bit laggy, especially from recording and generating new chunks and stuff. So hopefully it looks a bit better. But yeah, we've always had this sort of entrance here. There's a wall. Gonna crash? No? Good. Might connect this up with down there somehow. It's sort of like, a bit precarious here. Always has been. It was always sort of like a launch point for me. But yeah, we're gonna have this bridge go around the side and that go all the way around the mountain. I could have flown around, but I've decided to walk through now. It's going to go all the way around and connect up with this side of the mountain. I'm going to have it go through here and out there. So I'm going to start digging a hole. I think I've got a rough idea. It's a few blocks up, so I'm going to have to sort of like stagger it up a little bit as we go around. But we're going to have it go sort of round the side here. I'm going to do a bit more work with the sort of the cliff and that, because there's no way that castle would sit on that cliff usually. There's a bit around the side here. Look, that needs a lot of work, and if I have to put some more snowy bits around the outside, like it is here, then we'll do that. But we've got plenty of stone. So yeah, a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna crack on with that. Might show you a replay if I can do it. I'll be back after I've done a bit of work. So as you can see, we went with the stone brick, the cracked stone brick, and the mossy stone brick. I'm not too sure what else I could put in there to make it look similar to the stronghold. I think that's the vibe I was sort of going for. But yeah, that area was just to make it look sort of man-made tunnel rather than the ice caves, which is supposed to be natural, but I'm not too sure if I got it. Anyway, we are continuing on outside now with the proposed walkway, and I used plots again to get the circle, or oval in this case. I think it was a circle. No, it was a circle. I messed up a few times getting the actual calculations correct of how wide it was, so I went back and forth a few times because it didn't quite marry up. Like the straight bit at the end was meant to be something like 7 blocks wide, and I had like 9 or 10, and I didn't know why. But anyway, yeah, once we got the shape correct, we had to adjust the height. Now there's a little lip up there where the cliff comes down, and I put in some stairs. We'll show that in a minute once we've done with the replay stuff. And that was so the walkway would marry up on both sides, because we got the stairs on the tower side. And I wasn't doing a thing where I made it go up like on the circle on the walkway, but it didn't really look that great or that convincing. Thought it'd be easier to do it in that cliffside. It kind of made sense a little bit anyway to just do it there. But as you can see, the cliffs are very, very thin now. We knew it was thin to begin with because it's like wouldn't really hold up a castle in real life, but there we are. So I started building up the cliff, and we're going to do the bit below the walkway afterwards. I'm just literally getting the stone brick filled in up to that level to begin with, and then we'll start trying to shape it. One of the problems I had with cliff building and terraforming in general really is I can do a mountain, so like a peak, I can make it sort of random and sort of just go up to the top, but we have sort of cliffs for an overhang. So where does the change happen from where it sort of goes in and comes back out again? Because that's what I had trouble with. We're going to do a little stairway from that platform at the top. So I wanted to sort of have a mountain go up to it and an overhang as we have here. So yeah, that's how far I need to come back out again. But I've already sort of gone in from that further down. And again, we didn't want like a straight wall, because that again wouldn't look that great. So that was one of the problems I had with the cliff side. Another thing would be the spawning. And once I've done shaping this, or attempted to shape this, I'm going to put sort of double snow layers on the bits above, what is it, Y82? I think that's no, Y90, Y92. 92 is what snow fell was around the entire building. The height of the entire build. To begin with, that's before they raised the snow level. So that was where snow was coming down to naturally. But everything that's sort of indented inside the sort of cliff sides wouldn't really get snow on. I mean, you'd have prevailing winds and stuff that would put snow into those gaps, but from my point of view, what I did is I looked straight up. Could I see sky? Yes, snow's gonna fall there, providing we're high enough. On that walkway, that stairway in the middle, it did come out on the other side where the cliff was quite thin. But I decided that I was gonna try and shape it and keep that gap there, just so it gives a bit more variety into the stairway, because you don't want it all covered. You want some points of interest and make it look a little bit different. But that was it. A lot of shaping, a lot of time consumed, and my stone is now completely exhausted. Fortunately, before I used up all my stone, I made a very bad decision. You might remember there was a small gap between like the main island and this little nub on the side, and I was in two minds. Do I make it a river, like a small one in between, or do I just fill it in? And I went the latter. So with all the stone I had left, I think I might have a stock of box fill. Might do. I decided to fill it in and try to shape it like a mountain. I don't think from this replay I succeeded very well, so I might have to go back in and correct that. I am in the procrastinations kind of phase at the moment, because this is completely unnecessary, as is trying to put dirt over it, and dirt and grass, because I guess I'm in the stage where I don't want to finish the castle now. It's been like a part of my life for quite a while, not like years and years and years, but it's been like my main, well, my only Minecraft project for the last, I guess it is a couple of years now. When was the last episode out? Who knows? We're dragging this out. You've probably noticed already it's a very long episode. I do apologise. We'll get inside in a minute. I just need to finish off this. Okay, let's go and check out what I spent the last few days doing. So yeah, it's still closed off now because it's like health and safety and all that, and it also just sort of ties it in together a little bit because we've got these barriers all the way around the stairs. Obviously, the stairs weren't there beforehand, but this is sort of like held on by the mountain now. Nice. The building, it was sort of cut off there, so I had to make sure that the actual building itself went into the stone a little bit, just because it kind of made sense in my mind. Maybe might actually use some darker blocks instead of the actual building ones, but that'll do for now. So this walkway is a little bit plain, but it's just like a needs must sort of thing. And there's like, this is a little lookout I was talking about earlier in the little the replay video. We have been slabbing. There are slabs everywhere. Slabs and snow, just so nothing spawns like on this top end. It's not completely spawn proof outside of this. Like, and underneath it there are parts where things can spawn, but you know, I've told myself don't waste time doing that because it's not necessary. You're not going to get like what are they called? Loads of things attack you at once. You're strong enough, and even if you do die, it doesn't matter too much. Here's the overhang. It looks okay. Again, I could waste a few more hours or days fixing that, but it's believable. It's believable in my mind. So let's back up a little bit. This is the stairs I mentioned earlier that we just decided to go up. Literally need to go up 2 blocks to get to the same level as over the tower on the other side. So I just did it all in there just because it's just made things easier. And then we can just stay on this perfect level all the way around the side. We've got some supporting beams going down, and there are some going across as well. So this is what's saying about the snow. If it's on, you know, if it could fall down, it does. Doesn't there because that is a half slab. That's why. And that literally just loops around to this side. Simple as that. Here we didn't attach it to the wall, so I thought, well, one side attaches to the wall, one side doesn't, just to get that variety. So you can't really see that little bit there where we look out. But yeah, all this in there, this is all half slabbed. You can sort of tell if you're close enough to look at it, but generally not so much. Let's take a quick fly around if we can fly. There we go. There's the mound I was on about earlier. Again, it's not spawn proof. It's like the creeper there, as you can see, it's going to probably block some of my work. Let's fly away. And we've got some support beams underneath. A few of them go sort of like across into the mountain. It's meant to be like, again, supporting structure. Maybe one further down there is needed, not sure. Around the side over here, we shaped it a little bit. Again, it needs more work, but I'm not gonna do it. There's that spider. Love him to bits. So yes, we loop round an unnecessary part of the castle just for a nice little nice balcony. Again, we haven't got any neighbours or anything to view, but hey, people like looking at the ocean, don't they? I do. Could be nice. And of course, this just goes down to here. I am tempted to change this bit for spruce, just so it matches like the rest of the walkway. But then this goes into this part of the man-made walkway bit. It's all stone stuff. It looks alright. The moss and the crack to make it have a bit of variety, which is good. It is good. Cool. Next stage is we're gonna. That's pretty much all of outside that we've. Well, on this side of the mountain anyway. So let's go in, or rather down a little bit. We do need to do a bit of blending from the tops. We need to put probably some like natural stones or stuff in there. Maybe some andesite just to break up the stone. Because literally when you mine out stone, you just get stone, right? We'll go down there in a second. So down here, for some reason, which I think is because of the level. Yes, that's right, it's because of the level. I put this beacon down here because it's like level 60 or something, so that I could put on haste for down the mines at Y level 12 where I was doing my digging stuff. Of course, that was before they decided to change the the optimum level for diamond and stuff, which it means we've got this horrible walkway up here, and like this is the other side of that. I mean, it's not really avoidable. If we went straight from here, it would just be higher up in the walkway, so it's pointless. Maybe I should put a door there or something, and that goes into the icy bit. And this goes up to this. Again, that I need to work on. That I need to work on a little bit. But yes, I procrastinate, I divulge, there's a different word. I can't think what it is. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Lots of stuff to do. So yeah, I can't be bothered to move up this beacon because maybe I will mine up the bottom because I am out of stone now. So maybe we turn that onto haste and we can get some more stony bits. It depends if we need stone at all. This needs lighting up. This is like the other walkway into the underwater dance arena. This probably needs to go back a bit. This doesn't have brick and terrace. Did I run out? I was lazy. This is one thing I need to fix. This was lazy. This probably needs to go into there a little bit. Maybe knock it up a block further. Keep it going in the same style. That's my thoughts for this. I did want to add 2 bits onto this bit. Maybe some more. First of all, I wanted to do like an entrance to the outside with like another sort of dome outside with a conduit inside it. Was the thought that way I could just sort of come straight down it from outside if I wanted to, and the other area was like a bar just in here. Well, it's either going to be like I can put bars or something around the sides, just some potions and like brewing stands and stuff. Maybe some action. We need some statues down here with some poses. We should put some dancers in here just to make it look a little bit more lively. That's what it needs in here. It needs a bit of life. Poseidon, Neptune, or any other god of your choice needs to be sort of decided up there. And we'll do that later. Maybe some coral around as well on the outside, so there's actually something nice to look at rather than just kelp everywhere. But yes, this is the next section for me to tackle. And then after that, we'll just get a bit ahead of ourselves. After that, there's a zombie somewhere. I think, yes, it's the spawning point that's beneath me. I think, anyway. Can I eat? I can eat. This is pretty much done. This goes to somewhere. And that goes to somewhere. Anyway, right, I'm going to crack on. I'm going to do some of the underwater ballroom. I thought I'd start off by doing a little DJ booth on one of the sides. Yes, at the beginning we had sort of a jukebox in the middle, you can just about see there, which controlled all the lights and all the music in the arena, in the ballroom. And I thought, actually, let's place it to the side, because if you had like a disco or like a ballroom in this case, your musicians wouldn't usually be in the middle. That's the dancing area, right? So I erected this little stand on the side here. The plan is to have the DJ at the top and like a little bar underneath. Wouldn't be that great for ordering drinks, but then if you've ever been to a club or anything, that's pretty much how it goes. You know, you can't hear anything wherever you are. So I thought it looks aesthetically pleasing to have, like I say, the bar underneath and DJ up top. So next thing I have to do is move the observers because, as you can see, the jukebox is now there in the centre. Right, the DJ's going to stay, so the observer chain needs to come down a little bit, down the back wall, underneath the floorboards, and across to the original one. It does add a bit of delay from when the song starts to when the beacon lights stop, but you know, we're not overly bothered about it that much. It was very easy to do this bit. It was just a little bit time consuming to try and get the observers in properly. There we go, there's the lights starting. But not all of them are working. They never always work. They never always work? That's not a correct sentence. There we go. Some more started now. So yeah, the DJ booth. We got a little chair up here. Those note blocks are meant to be sort of speakers or something. And we're working on the statues mods. Now fortunately, when I got the download of the world, the statues mod still worked. I'm not entirely sure how that is, because I don't remember installing anything sort of my side to get that to work. But from this first segment, you can see we're trying to remember how to get them working, and I want to sort of have a DJ at the front. I'm just testing out if the jukebox beneath their feet works still, and it did, so that was fine. Yeah, so the DJ is sort of pointing to the crowd like, don't know, here we go, here's a top banger, etc. Don't really know. We're going to put on this head at the moment that we found at Moss Isley Cantina. That was in the spawn town. I can't remember who made it. I'm really sorry, but I went there afterwards and I stole the heads. So you can probably tell that when we have a look around in a minute, there's a lot of Star Wars heads around. I think there was Luke, there's Ben Kenobi, No one calls him Ben Kenobi. It's always everyone. That's some other people. Can't remember. Yeah, and we just spent a lot of time sort of put down these statues here so we can have some life. We've got a bartender, and Lando Calrissian is going to be ordering a drink. But yeah, just wanted to put in a few characters to liven the place up a little bit. It's probably going to be like the only happening place. That's a strange term to use, isn't it? in the build. Happening. How old am I? Yeah, I know I'm older than most of the Minecraft players you probably enjoy watching, but that's a term straight out of the 80s, isn't it? I'll tell you what is happening. You can tell from my hat. It's Christmas Day. It actually is Christmas Day. Where's the thingy? Is it here? Where's the date? It's on there somewhere. Zoom in, Richie. It's not there, is it? It's got to be there somewhere. It's here. No? There we are. Screenshot. 25th of the 12th. Christmas Day. I just wanted to show you like how long I've been doing this episode for. It's taken a while, isn't it? It's taken a... What is going on? Push my buttons. These ones. I've forgotten how long to play this game. Anyway, yes, it is Christmas Day, and there we go. We're all off. The kids have gone to their dads, and the other half has gone to her parents. So I've got a couple of hours to myself, and I thought, why not play this game? Why not, eh? Anyway, we have continued with the underground build since that time lapse, and we've got these entrances like this. It took a lot of time to do the granite, and all the bits around there, because there's water just literally 2 blocks above. I've covered it with gravel now, so you can't see the drippage, but it was a lot of work. But we put these candles in. Now we've got some nice, is it dark oak? Looks pretty cool. And there is a drowner somewhere. There's the moon. Very nice. So yes, it is definitely happening in here. I could have moved some villages down, actually. That would have made it a bit more lively with movement and stuff. But then they probably would have just escaped because they're idiots. Anyway, yes, we got them all fully dressed now. There's old Odie, Obi-Wan. I do know Star Wars, I promise you. But yeah, I've stolen all these heads from the Mos Eisley Cantina in Spawn. And we changed this out for a Wither Skull that I also found in Spawn. I thought, why not raid it? Hey, why not raid it? Is that a Star Wars character? Or is it one of the people? I don't know. We've got Sofa and Part-Time Badass over there. So we've got Lando Calrissian, ordered a beverage. This guy, not sure it is. But yeah, here's our bar area. We've got some drinks, and we've hidden the observers sort of behind all this. There we go. And I think it activates one at the back. Yeah, that one up there when the chain goes along. There we are. This is our little bar area. We've got Tom Nook and Isabella, also from Animal Crossing fame. Something that also took up a lot of my time during lockdown. So yeah, I found their heads in Spawn. All these people as well. I think we've got some guy over there. And we'll go upstairs up that way in a minute. But I also built this. This was on a time-lapsey thing, but it broke for some reason. I need to allocate more memory to my thing. Oh, Dolphin's Grace. Very nice. Thank you very much. Yes, I built this, and as I was doing so, I had a drowned attack me with a trident, and he actually dropped it. So we've now got Poseidon Zeus here, whichever one we want to choose, has now got a trident. So that's pretty cool. Does I see someone up there? Yeah, I see loads of people up there. That's not spawn proof yet. Anyway, so I've done... Can I fly out this? I don't think I can. There we are. So from a distance, it's all lit up, and it's pretty cool underneath there. But yeah, this conduit here keeps me... It's the first thing I built, just so I could breathe, and it attacks people. So it's sort of like a doorman as well. It stops for any bad things that come in here to get killed before they get out. Also, I think as well, I can literally fly out of here like this and straight back to my home bit over there. But yeah, I just want to have a little entrance over this side of the ballroom. I'm not sure why. Just to get down here much quicker. There was a plan beforehand of having that exit go straight down to the stronghold. I was going to have that as an exit, but I don't know. Looks pretty cool as a sort of DJ booth. The DJ's got 2 songs there. Let's play the other side because we always play the other one. You hear the trapdoor go? Hopefully it changes off afterwards. and we got some beacons. Only a few of them are working. Oh, there's a blue. Okay, other one's green, yellow. No, doesn't matter. Let's leave that playing. So we've got this on the other side, and it's all lovely complete. And once we've got the top here, we've changed this a little bit. We've moved some barrels around on that to incorporate for this. But yeah, this area is probably the next bit. We don't really need to change anything. I was tempted to change out the planks for like that, but probably not. This is all sort of cavey enough. This works. And this looks natural. I mean, this is what we used TNT, wasn't it, to do this? Look at this outside. Is that all late? It is all late. Hey, it works. That song sounds a little bit sort of like a celebration. Anyway, yeah, we're on Christmas Day. We got a little bit of extra time. I just need to do a couple of voiceovers. The last bit was done today, and this bit today we're doing now. It's also being recorded, obviously. So, round here, which needs to be caved up a little bit, I think. Some more andesite and stuff. It's a bit more natural around this side. But I'm pretty sure over this side, we needed to do something. I think it was here. We want to come sort of full circle, and I do like to put unnecessary things in places. So we're going to dig out another big hole, and hopefully, if I got my calculations correct, and you know, obviously from checking out in replay mode, it should take us to just outside the cave on the other side. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. I've got a little bit of outside work to do, and then I promise we will get inside. It's, to be honest, inside's mostly done. It was the outside bits that I wanted to sort of finish off and, you know, get polished to a point where I can go, yeah, we're done. Is that it for the dirt? That's it for the dirt. We should be here in just a second. There it is. There we go. Oh, hello, mister. We need to come down a little bit. The, oh, it's been put out. Extinguished. Nice. Yeah, this needs to come down a little bit. But I was thinking about having, because this goes nowhere, right? This is just the bottom of this walkway and this pathway that goes around the top there. Ah, daytime, nice. And, hello, mate. Oh, I got some delay there. There we go. Yeah, so I just want to sort of link this up so we sort of go through on all sides. It's an unnecessary thing that I'm doing, but it is something that I wanted to do just so wherever I am in the castle, I can get to the other side fairly easily. Let's put that there. And so I'll probably have to go down a few blocks there, make it like a little staircase or something. This goes up to... there we go. Here's the icy bit which we were doing. Oh, well, it's probably months ago now, wasn't it? It was probably a while ago we actually did this for this cave. Yeah, see, it all connects. It all connects very well. But yeah, a little bit to dig out. Can we just go outside for a second? Because it's probably quicker to justify around. I mean, that's the thing. You like with I found with like nether portals and stuff, and like nether tunnels and. Yeah, just when you have like a hub in the nether and like walkways and stuff, generally it's just faster to fly anyway. But this will take us around to... Can I fly through here? There we go. Yeah, so outside... Oh no, there we go. Bring us through to here and we can just go upstairs. I was going to cover all this with snow, like proper snow blocks, but I don't think I can be bothered. This goes nowhere. So we need to probably have something here. I don't know what. Maybe like a little lookout or something. Not sure. Maybe just put some fences down and have done with it. That's probably the best bet, isn't it? Just put some fences down and be like, nope, our build ends here. Stop expanding it. That is the problem when you like build like a castle or a city or anything. You kind of like need to expand the lore a little bit and sort of go, you know, where does it go to? Well, nowhere. And then we just want to finish it off. Yeah, so just, I mean, this has always been like a little temporary thing, but I guess we need to sort of finish it, maybe? Like we just have some dirty on the floor, because that's what pigs do. And then we got this to finish. This bit's sort of done. Was there beds upstairs? I can't remember if I showed this or not. Did I ever show this? A couple of like sleeping mats. But yeah, a little bit decorated for this outside building. Probably not too much. There used to be doors there. Zombies have broken in for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, as we know from there, that sort of goes underneath here. And to our dock area, which is complete. It is complete. So, just a little bit of work on the outside to do, and we're done outside. I think that's sort of self-explanatory sentence. A bit more work to do outside, then work is done outside. Yes. So, yes, I'm going to crack on with that. I probably won't show it afterwards because it's sort of meaningless. Maybe a quick overview, depends if I replay it or not. I'm not too sure how much time I've got before the wife and kids come back. I'll let you tell it's Christmas. Because of all the chests. I forgot they'd done this. These are all empty, aren't they? Yes. Christmas Day. And let's continue Christmas Day off by opening some TNT. Do you like that? It's the best I could think of at the time. Yes, so we need to expand this cave that we want to put in for no reason whatsoever. And so the easiest way is a bit of TNT. It made a little nook to the side where the sort of the underwater cave bit goes, so I thought I'll blow that up too. Why not? Another unnecessary connection to link bits of the castle and bits of the cave and stuff together. We don't really need to, but again, it's one of them things that I wanted to do because I'm a time waster and I'm procrastinating heavily. All that blocks that we blew up, we need to put away, and look, it's very Christmassy in our storage room. How nice is that? And here it is. Yes, so this is the side bit down here, which goes to the rivery bit. I put loads of boats around, because it kind of looks like that would be a thing, right? Right. You may have noticed I've got some glowing stuff in my hands. Yes, that is ore. It is iron ore. Recently, we played a UHC, and, well, it won UHC Discord I'm in. Someone's like, oh, I got a glowing ores pack. I thought, well, that's quite cheaty. That might help out, right? And then in a different UHC, I thought, well, let's download it and use it. The one I used actually had borders on it, but this looks much better, right? This is just iron. I think I might just put it around in places which, you know, kind of enforce the fact that it's a cave, right? Even though that if we actually use it as a cave, we'd mine it out. So yeah, we went down a little bit, as I explained I probably would have to, and we put loads of stuff around. Loads of these soul lanterns are just to keep it just light enough so nothing spawns in there. At least I think that's what's happened. Chests. Now ore. This is something, some kind of shrine or something. I'm not entirely certain. I just couldn't be bothered to put a building, not a building, dig a hole into there. It'll probably go somewhere, not going to lie. Might have to look on replay later and see how far, see where that ends up if I went straight through there, because that's what I'm like. And then, yeah, even more through here. We'll do the rest of the iron later. And it comes out at sea level. So there's that cave over there, and here's our outside. Yep, I kind of cut back the mountain here as well. Again, I didn't want to record that in replay, but it just seemed a little bit boring, so I didn't bother. Just a little bit of shaping there. I do need to change it out, so it's sort of snowy blocks. So with Optifine, right, if you have a piece of dirt and you put down one piece, no. I thought it, no, it's grass, isn't it? It does it with grass. If you have a piece of grass and you put on one piece of snow, it makes the whole thing look like a snow block, such as that. But if you then put another piece on, not only does it turn the grass to dirt, it stops it all from looking good. So that's why it looks so dirty down the side here. Ideally, it needs to be changed out so it's all snow blocks like that, but I can't be bothered. We've just put a fence here so nothing can get through. Well, things can get through because it's just a case of just going up like this, but don't tell the zombies that, right? And then we kind of got the little cave bit through here. Probably put in some more iron, just so, because it is very boring, and there's a little bit of dirt. Yeah, that's the one part of the texture pack I don't like. Makes the coal look stupid. I guess because there's a zombie here somewhere. I guess because you can't really have glowing black on the grey. In which case, for me, just leave it as it is, right? You don't tend to need coal that much. It kind of ruins the look of a mountain, doesn't it? Anyway, we've got this farm here, which we could probably tear down. Or maybe just put some trees around the side. Not sure. Again, I'm not really going to do too much else outside, because this goes down to the docking area that we have already done. I did this building. I decorated it. It looks lovely. It's quite loud with the pigs. I didn't realise that. So we've got our little reading area. We've got some candles. We've got a fridge. We've got an oven. We've got a table. We've got... yeah, it's all stuff that looks quite nice. Let's get away from these pigs because they're very loud. Loads of paintings. And an upstairs bit I think I already done, but I put in a jukebox and some amethyst. And upstairs even further, some shelvers. Some shelvers? Some shelvers. And like nothing. It's just, yeah, like I say, unnecessary stuff, right? I don't need all this. Don't need this at all. And I don't need this bit around the side. So this goes around like a little balcony to look at the farm. The farmer's like, cool, that's my farm. And then it goes down here. Of course it does. I just like digging sometimes. I just like dig. I think I need to make a city next. Like, the castles are well and good if it was to connect to a city. But I kind of like how roads and things connect together. Of course, this way goes back to the cave down there. And this way would go to the zombie farm. Should probably speed that bit up. But no, we're here now. Yeah, this is... I'm eating a lot. This is done. I'm not going to do anything else with this. It's very cavey as it is. This bit's all done here. This is near enough. I might put some iron. Again, bits of iron. Don't really need to. That machine does work still. I think so. I think I tried it recently. And then we got outside. One thing I might do just to polish it off. And I don't even know if I would show it. Like here. If I was to tidy up this farm bit. This kind of cliff needs to be bigger. Right? It's very precarious there. Maybe we'll leave it. Maybe we'll just leave it and get in on inside, because you know, we're wasting time now. One thing I wanted to do with the snow, it's a bit of a weird one. So snow with one layer is not spawn proof. Snow with 2 to 7 layers is. And then once it's 8, it's a full block again. What I wanted to do is kind of build up the sides a little bit. So, you know, around here. Don't want to make it too difficult by the doors, because, you know, we can't get through them then. I mean, the villager can't get through there anyway because it's 1 block there, which is great, keeps them trapped. So we'll just do this for a second, and then what I wanted to do is, like, pathways, I wanted to sort of build up. So this bit here, we sort of work out that if you're walking from this door over to here, the pathway in here wouldn't be as deep. So it'd be deeper in here, but it wouldn't be as deep in there. I mean, this is a bit too straight for my liking. But again, I'd have to work that out. I'd have to work out just how deep it would be. I'd probably just calculate it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14, 15, that number. And just do 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 2, 3, and then, yeah, and then fill them in. Again, not too deep, but it's sort of just give the impression that it's... let's fill this in to prove my point. We need a dog. We haven't actually got a dog. That was a horse. We haven't got a dog to put in the dog house. It's not even a dog house, it's like a guards thing. We'll just trap a villager in there that just does nothing apart from attract zombies all day. Yeah, so a little bit of aesthetics outside to finish. Maybe the cliff, maybe I can be bothered. In this bit here. So we want to sort of work out that you come from this door and go upstairs. You want to come from here and go straight over. So we'd have to work out that as well. And just a little bit of building up of snow. I mean, lots of bits over here will be filled in. We'll make it quite random as well. Like, obviously 2 bits and blah, blah, blah. I'll work it out. I need to beat the hell out of this snowman in there and get a few more layers, because that's going to go very quickly. But yes, hopefully this is the last time we do an outside bit and then come back to the inside. Let's see where should we start. The storage room's done, right? We'll go through the gatehouse first. I think the gatehouse is done. We'll have a look in a minute. I think I was playing around in the snow a bit too much because I got cold. Still got a little bit of it now. It's a bit bunged up. But yeah, so I've done these little, like, not mountains, it's too small to be a mountain, these mounds. So it sort of depicts the natural routes. I'm not too sure about these middle three things here. Like, they wouldn't accumulate, would they? So you'd have the bits at the side where you walk past them and, you know, they sort of get kicked aside or shoveled to the side or whatever, but these bits in the middle probably wouldn't be there. A better example, I think, is up the top of the stairs here, where it goes around the church. So up here we've got the little walkway, which is like, this bit makes sense, this bit makes sense, around the corner here kind of makes sense. But say here in the middle, it's empty. Like, so people will be walking like to the church or across to the guards tower or Knight's building or the ladies' building, whatever. But they'd also frolic and play in the middle here. I don't know. I think I'm venturing more towards this one. I think it looks a bit better. Our snowman is beginning to get sunk right under, unfortunately. But hey, happens. As you can see, we're up to the 7th block with the layers, and that should stop things from spawning. Well, at least I think it's spawned since I've done that. At least I don't think so anyway. So a little change up from that. I did decide to do the farm. The farm is down here, as you can see, completely redone. We extended out the mountain a little bit. It needs a bit more work. I need to get underneath there with some more stone and sort of thicken it out a little bit. And also need to bring some ores probably a little bit further down. It sort of stops there. I think it stopped about here beforehand, some of that. Anyway, there's zombies nearby somewhere. Wait. Yeah, so the farm has been redone completely. We've got like the 3 main crops here: carrots, wheat, and potatoes. This is all waterlogged, so it all keeps fresh. Got some berry bushes on the outside for some reason. We've done these sort of like with street lamps at the top. Can we see one just about there? Yeah. We decided to do the same in the farm, and with obviously the light levels changing, so things don't spawn until it's light level 0. It's much better. There's only one dark spot here in the middle, and we use this scarecrow. Bit of a terrible design, but it works. Also got pumpkins. I decided not to go with the melons. It just didn't fit right. We've got our livestock over here. A little small patch of beetroot. Again, it doesn't get used as much as the others. And all the storage is now not in the mountain. It's all here. All lovely and not organised, but accumulates. I've done something inside here, which I'll probably do in the horse area. We've covered it in poo. Loads of shades of poo everywhere. Yes, that's just like, what, concrete or something. Concrete? Terracotta? One or two. Yeah, so we'll put that at the top in the horses bit, which is where I'm going to go to next. So I think I'm officially finished with outside. We've got these barriers, we've got horse dirt, so it's sort of like filled in. I need to do, actually, can you put that there and there? Like, we have to put it there. We cannot. We'll work something out for this bit here. We'll cover it with something. That's a shame that you can't have 2 signs in the same spot. Kind of, well, I guess it makes sense, really. Anyhow, I digress. So let's have a little aerial view. Down there, look at that. Lovely. Oh, I also did this. I did this. So it's like, so that is like concrete behind there, but it looks like it goes like further into the castle, and this is the main drain. Look, zombies in there, everything. It's probably a cave somewhere. Yes, I wanted to make it sort of spawn-proof on the mountain. So like with the other side, we kind of slabbed it up around this bit here. So once it gets thickened out, I'll probably slab it up just so it is completely spawn-proof on this side. But yeah, so a bit at the top, we started doing a bit of the snow layers, and I thought, I'm not doing this down the mountain. I'm not doing it all in there. I'm not doing it all on this side. I'm not going to do it all down there. That is far too. I have got it on me, but I started placing it. I was like, you know what? It's too much detailing. So we've done this side. So we're figuring this bit out here a little bit. We've got over here. This kind of makes sense. Maybe down there a little bit. Maybe down the side. I'm not sure. Do you mind? Guys, why is there so many of you now? Yeah, so I'm thinking about just sort of doing the castle bit, because once we figure this bit out, I've had to place a bit more there. And I want to cover it in snow because it looks dirty with the dirt hanging out like that. So, guys, you've been here too long. You've outside your welcome now. Get gone. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. And this, sorry. I'll set you free. That's exactly what I wanted to do. Hey, these boats were sort of a deterrent whilst we're building, but we don't need them there anymore. It's tidying up time, right? Tidy up time. Bye bye. I'll have all the boats, please. So yeah, so into the inside. We're going to do the inside bit now. So starting off with the downstairs, I need to get some concrete poo, just for the bottom. Probably turn this off actually, just so it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's got a bit down here, but it kind of needs a little bit more, right? And have I done the other side? I have done the other side, even though skeleton horses should not poo. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. Can you? Fine, I'll go out the back way. Let me out, please. Thank you. So a bit of poo for down here. Upstairs, we need to... I think it's done, to be honest. It's very well detailed. We used the thingy mods to do all this. Plenty of stuff. Plenty of stuff. Go up again. And yeah, this little bit here in the middle, which maybe an extra plant pot or two. Another animal. Don't know. Not sure. But yeah, this is pretty much done. I think it's just a bit of poo at the bottom, and then if we go down to, I think that's the first one I've done. And then I've done the Knights building, right? I did this one through here next, I think, anyway. Or was it the tower? I think it's the tower. Is it there? Yeah, this one. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we gotta find. I've got to find some naughty boys. Oh man. Should we sound the alarm? Does that signify where they are? Bonk, that's my face. This thing here. A raid's happening, people. A raid's happening. That's irritating. Where is... Why is there only one? Hold on. Let's switch to this. Oh, I hope they're not in the castle. They look very distraught inside, didn't they? Come on now. What did they? They just ran around like idiots. That one's upset. That one's stuck. She's trying to track upstairs. Stay down there. I have made a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. I couldn't find the last person. So I looked online to see if I could like clear the entities of like all the raiders, and it killed everyone. It killed every single villager we had, every cat, all our armor stands. So all. Oh no, I've not even checked it out yet. Where's the? Yeah, I know, it's funny, isn't it? It's very funny. It's not funny. So all the cookies on the table in the dining room are gone. I'm going to think all this is going to be gone as well. All our hard work inside here. Daryl's gone. Horses are gone. Everybody's gone. It's just me. Oh yeah. All the armor stands that had all the literally the things I just pointed out. It's gone. There's no trace of life, whatever. So I had a theory afterwards. It's like, look, the raid thing's still there. Everything's been killed. All my family, my friends, my pets, my armor stands. But Sabrina's still alive! And she's cackling away upstairs. Now I would have thought that a pre-caught and named mob would count towards the raid, but I guess the witch was working from the inside this entire time. This entire time we fought her, she's been waiting for her moment. Oh god. Moral of the story: if you got a raid captain caught and kept, don't kill him, especially if you've got a pet witch. Goodbye, Sabrina. Goodbye. And we got more raids going on. There's no one to kill. There's no one to kill, and there's no villagers to benefit once it's gone. But this is my castle, and we spent time making it, so we are going to protect it. So I thought I'd sleep the night away to make it lovely and bright to find everyone. We didn't want the same situation to happen where I couldn't find one raider, but hey, I think that was different because that one raider was the witch that betrayed us. Kind of expected because it's a witch, but still, I expected better from Sabrina. I thought she was our pet, our friend. Yeah, so there should be between 5 and 7 waves of these raiders. So expecting some more witches, some ravagers, and all the ones that make the vexes appear and the magic and stuff. The wizards, that's it, the wizards. And spoiler alert, unfortunately it didn't actually turn out that way. It might be because there's no village here anymore, because someone accidentally killed them all with a command, which he should have been using. But yeah, it's literally like this wave here is the last one, so we don't even get the hardcore raid that we wanted to have, which is a shame really, because it would have been a nice sort of send off, but then it would have been nice to have a celebration, be hero of the village at the end of it. But as you all know, there is no village for us to revel in. Not that we would have really spent it, the hero of the village is so you can get cheaper trades and stuff just for a little bit of time. We just sort of wanted to end it out with a bang, but we need to do something different now. There's just a couple more guys to kill, and I need to work out what to do. The castle is done. The castle is done, and it's been done probably for a long time. I've been just sort of not wanting to finish it, so to speak. Probably why this episode is like an hour and 20 minutes ish already. But yeah, but that's the problem when you get like a project that you're really into, you don't really want to finish it. It's nice to finish, but then I'm not sort of looking forward to starting again. I am and I'm not. I think I need to start like in current places where it's like 119, 120, whatever, if that's out soon. Who knows? But yeah, we just got one last guy to kill, and that is the last guy in this raid. A little over a decade ago, a channel created by 4 brothers emerged on YouTube. Each of them showing their unique personalities for the games they like to play, and occasionally teaming up together when their enjoyment was mutual. This eventually led to Minecraft. Vanilla, Skyblock and Feed the Beast was all explored, and it was here where I was destined to stay. So when the others lost interest, I thought I'd check out a server. It's been 5 years since I joined Vintage Beast Patreon server. During that time I've made many friends, completed many projects, competed in many battles, and even got to know the man himself during all of it. At first I quietly hid in the shadows, occasionally joining in the community events but keeping to myself. I'm not one to draw attention to what I'm doing. I guess I wasn't proud of the work I was doing at the time. Then came the opportunity to play in a UHC. I've always enjoyed watching them, and so getting to play one felt like a dream come true. The first season was teams of 4, and with this, I decided to come out of my shell. Season 2 was a bit of a shock. We could all admit it was a fluke, but at the time I was ecstatic. I had won. Probably the carefree approach with a little bit of Dutch courage, it helped, but now I was becoming known. The third season of UHC was Moles, and though born out of a deceptive game mode, a group of friends known as the Wafflers started to form. This will be the start of many adventures, group builds, and not to mention shenanigans. Having friends on the server is paramount. Compared to earlier seasons, I found myself much happier knowing what I was doing would always be made better with my mates, and having their input on my builds and on theirs made the world a better place. Unfortunately, my obsession with the castle build somewhat distanced me from joining them on the new season. I really wanted to play on the new snapshots and the 1.80 and stuff, but I wanted to complete this castle. I guess I became the Mad King, destined to finish it. But now it's time for a new adventure. For those of you who don't know me too well, I've just become a father, and with that comes great responsibility. This channel has been solely run by myself since the series started, and with it coming to a close, so will 4 Arms. I'm taking a break from making videos, and I'll be spending time with my daughter whilst I'm on paternity leave. When I return, I'll be on my own channel and starting afresh. All links in the description if you'd like to join me. Now there's just one thing left to do. Minecraft lore depicts that castles aren't allowed to be completed. Don't blame me, I don't make the rules. So let's go out with a bang, shall we? Starting with the tower belonging to that horrible witch.